it's Lori from Stampinology, and I have another video for you today. We've got a fun fold that I hope you enjoy. Let me show it to you. This is what we've done. I've used, in this particular one, I've used the Delightful Wishes DSP and stamp and die set. And when you open it up, it has this awesome pop-up. Oops, make sure you can see it. Yep. So this one's quite, I spent a lot of time on this, lots of die cutting, lots of fun, but we're going to do it just quick and simple today. So let's get my eyes and turn the camera down and let's go. Okay, I think I got it set up. All right, so today, in my original, I told you I used the Delightful Wishes. I used the Sweet Floral Delights. And today we are going to use these two stamp sets, Bright Borders and Hugs for Love, and the punch, the matching punch. These are available in the wonderful mini catalog for the January, February, March, April, yeah, it goes through April too, I believe. And these are what I've done. I've already done the stamping. You guys don't need to see me stamp. I mean, everybody knows how to stamp because I didn't do anything special or any super different techniques. I did do one interesting technique, but I'll show that to you. So anyway, these are the ones we used, Hugs for Love. And I love this punch. As you can see when I get it, it works in both directions. So we're going to start with half a sheet of cardstock. Ooh, it's got some glue on it. I wonder where that came from. I'm telling, there's glue all over my desk. Coffee stains, pieces of ribbon. You guys know how it is. All right, so we're going to start with a half sheet of cardstock. If you're working with me in Imperial, this is going to be your basic 4.5 by 11, or 4.25 by 11, excuse me. If you're working with me on metric, where you're going to need to trim this a little bit. This is not my original design. This is another one of the lovely Jackie Bullhouse designs from Glue & Stampers. But it works so perfect with this set and the other one that I just had to show it to you. So here we go. You can also, I will look, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see in the link down below, I'll link you to her video, which has another, not only this card, but 4 more. So I highly recommend you going in there and give it some love. It's an awesome video. And her husband, Dave, has a special one that he does on there too, which is quite fun. All right. Anyway, so we're going to start with a card base. If you're working with me in metric, we are going to use 10.5 centimeters this way, which is your regular half. We're going to trim this down to 27.9, so it's a little bit shorter instead of 29.7, just to confuse you a little bit. Now, all these written directions are going to be on my website at stampinology.co.uk. But it's for, the directions will be for this one, so some of the more complicated pieces on this I'll show you. All right, anyway, so I have used that. Now we're going to cut 3 pieces of designer series paper. I am using the vellum from, this is also from the Floral Wishes set. This is the floral and gingham vellum. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so pretty. So we're going to put that there, and this here. Now we're going to need a mechanism. This is a single strip here. It's pretty, it's short. I mean, it's the same length as that, so you don't have to worry about if you've trimmed your paper to start with. This is the trimmed off strip. So as I said before, this is going to be the same length on it. It's going to be, where's my thing? It's 27.9 centimeters and it's 2.5 centimeters. Now, if you are going to be working with me in Imperial, then it's 1 inch by, how long is this thing? 1 inch by 11 inches. So it's the full strip. Now, it's going to be easier if we affix some of the I got to tell you about this. We have to score this. We're going to score this piece. All right, are you ready? First score line is 7 centimeters or 2 3/4 inches. 14 centimeters, 5.5 inches. And the last one is 20.95, which if you're used to working in centimeters and meters, millimeters, you'll know that's just a hair off of 21. So anyway, that's 20.95. And then if you're working with me in Imperial, it's 8 1/4. So we're going to fold this into a W. We do this like this. This is the easiest way to describe it. Just give it a good smash down here. There we go. And that's going to be our majority pieces. So since this is vellum, you guys know you have to be careful on how you adhere it. You don't want it to show through. So this is pretty easy to do because we're just going to be adhering it right down the middle because that's where our strip is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the mechanism first, and then we'll decorate the outside bits. So I prefer to use glue dots with vellum. I think they show less. You can, however, do this any way you want. You can use, actually, since it's going to be covered by the strip, you can use glue. You can use pretty much anything you want. Anything that's stick it down. Glue, like your tape runner, or, oh, let's see. Can't call them tape runners or snails. All right, here. You can use your seal, your Stampin' Seal. Those of us who are ancient old scrapbookers, these were called snails back in the day. So let's put this, I'm just going to set the glue beads on here. So we've got one that's probably going to take 4. And these are really good on vellum. They're very, very sticky. I would have to say they probably hold, I think they hold as well as the strip type tape, the double-sided strip tape. You could also use that here if you wanted to. Okay, go put that there. And let's turn this over and stick it down, leaving your basic border all the way around about 3 centimeters or 1/4 inch. And we're going to adhere the elements. You can see it a little bit on here, which is why I try to be really careful gluing it down. Do I want that side? Actually, I don't think it matters, to be honest, but anyway. Yeah, try not to do that. We get it wadded. But as I said, this is going to be come on. And we have a, oh, cat hair, yay! I haven't seen one of those in a while. My cat is usually in here. Now that, I think, is a glue string. He's usually in here somewhere. I haven't seen him today. He likes the window, though. He gets up in the window and stares me down. Come on now. Flat down. Let's see if I can flatten that out a little bit. Well, I did a little, not much. All right. And now, since we're sort of fiddling with this, make sure these are lined up. I'm going to go ahead and do the front because I'm going to need the same thing. Glue, I'm going to glue it straight down the center. Whoops, come on. Doesn't want to come loose. All right, come on. There. All right, I'll do for this edge now. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick this one down to the front. Now normally you can just, if you're just using regular DSP, you don't have to get so picky about where the glue goes. Just slap it on there. There we go. Okay, front's done. Now this is easy. We're going to put the W in here like that. And for this, I am going to use some glue. This is my never-ending glue bottle. I keep saying I'm going to get out a new glue. And I've been saying that now for about 5 weeks. It is sort of coming out glumpy, though. I think I must have a lump on the inside. Now, this is going to get glued right to the center, like that. And you want to take it all the way to the edge, like that. And now we're going to put glue on the other side. Oops, that's a little crooked. Now, I do like using glue for this particular step. And I'll show you for why, because we all know that glue is a little bit slippy. Get my glue. All right, now I find it easiest to close the lid like this. And then we're going to pop it open and check it. This is where we want the slippy part, because we're going to push it out to the edge. But now we know we have it on the same place, so it should line up straight like that. And it's tiny bit crookedy. There. And as you can see, you can't see where we glued down the vellum. Now, if you are feeling uncomfortable with it, you can put some vellum. I mean, you can put some glue in the corners. That will work. Especially if you're really good, you've got a deft hand with the glue dots. Or just putting small dots of this one, the multi-purpose glue. You can get little dots as long as you keep it in the blue area. I didn't feel the need to do that. All right, now I'm going to move to the front to decorate. And this is the part where I said I had some info for you. Oh dear. I have cut out of this 2 pieces of Pool Party, which is this is our base color we're using, and I have colored one of them with the dark Pool Party dark marker, and that way I have a darker shade of this, like that. And then I took 2 pieces of white, and I used my brush along with the Pool Party ink. Ta-da! And I just ran it over the paper, so I had a very, very pale blue. And doing this, I don't have to have lots of different kinds of papers, because this is a small area. It's quite easy to color up like this. So I'm going to take and glue these guys together. Come on. So I'm going to sort of glue them in a piece. And this is a fun way to extend your punches if you want them to be a bit bigger. You can pretty much extend out as much as you want here. And now I'm going to use my super pale blue one. This, oops. Remember that slippy glue? Yeah, we slipped. Now let's put some more here. And we're going to put this way. All right, I'm going to give that just, see, look at that, moved it around. I'm going to give it just a moment to dry there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is use this gorgeous, what is it actually called? It's called Stripe Trim, but it's so pretty, and it gives you such a nice bit of shine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this to the front, right in the center. I'm going to leave enough to tie it closed over here. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put our glue dots right down the middle. Actually, I'm only going to put them on this end. Glue dots, come back. I know today we have command performance on the glue dots. So this also using these light and airy. That is probably good for this side. Oops. I guess that's the middle. It's kind of hard to see without sticking my head in the way, you know? And now we are going to stick it down to this side. And you can do the same thing. A couple of glue dots. I don't think it's as important on this side. People do look at the back of the cards, but not as much as they look at the front of your card. Now I'm actually putting on the ribbon this time. So hopefully that'll help me get it straight. So what I've tried to do is kind of echo the center stripe on the outside as well as the inside, which is the use of the ribbon here. Okay. I'll put one more down here. Now, the only bad thing about the glue dots and ribbon, this particular ribbon, most of it's not so much. This ribbon is very open and a bit on the airy side, so there will be bits of glue that are going to come through when you squish it down really, really hard. So just be aware of that. If you've got something that's got maybe a little bit of baby powder or something in it, I use my drafting powder. Your oh, what do you call it? Doggone it. I can't think of what it's called. Hold on. Let me show you. When you go to emboss, you wipe your paper with, should have gotten this out to begin with, apologies. You should be wiping your papers with this. This is usually cornstarch, something like baby powder in it. That will also rid you, you can sort of pat it on here, and it'll rid you of the sticky from this. It won't make it sticky anymore, so it won't stick to anything. So that's sort of another use for this, for your embossing buddy. That's what it's called, embossing buddy. So anyway, or if you don't have one of these, said a little bit of cornstarch will do it. Also in the UK, it's known as corn flour. Cornstarch in the US, corn flour in the UK. Oops, now I can't get my thing back. All right, anyway, enough said on that. Let's trim our ribbon. Okay, and I can put this away. Right, and now, since this has had just a second to glue down, yep, excellent. We are going to pump that up on some dimensionals, of course. Now, probably putting a little more on here than I normally would, because I want to keep these glued together, I guess is the best way to put it, so they don't come apart. And the dimensionals sort of do a double duty here. They keep it put together as well as bumping it up. So I have used probably more than I would had I just been a single piece label. Sometimes you have to avoid that because it makes a card really heavy. And this card is very heavy. So if you go to mail this, be sure, you know, wherever you're mailing from, you check the weight. Here in the UK, the weight's important, but also the thickness of the card. And this one is also quite thick. So keep that in mind if you're making this to mail, or this is one of those cards it's best if you just hand it over. All right, and here is our front. Ta-da! And then I will tie that closed at the end. Get rid of these. Now the inside, I have done a similar thing. Oops. There we go. I have cut some squares to act as background mats. And then I have punched out of white. This is the blue again, Pool Party Blue. And then I've punched out of white, and I showed you these. Used all of these borders that go with this punch. I think I've used them all. Yeah. No, don't think didn't use that one. But out of the 3 of them, I used all 4 of these, which is really nice. And then the flowers came from that one. And the words, I have lots of hugs and kisses and you make me smile. And they came from the Hugs for Love. And this card is going to go to a girlfriend who, she works really hard. She's a single mom. And life has not been easy on her recently. All right, and then we're going to glue these down like that. These are, I tried gluing these down first before I attached this. I tried to glue them to the mechanism. It does not work as well. You want to be able to see this, and you want to get them equal distance on each side, and you can't really see it very well. That one's actually a little crooked there. Look at the small, it's crooked. All right. Let's put it back on. We'll put this on first. I know you guys have never taken something apart and then put it back together, have you? I know, never, ever. Back down. Make sure this is lined up before it's glued entirely down. All right. See if we can get this on here straight this time. Much better. There we go. Much, much better. Okay. And now let's see. I'm going to put this one next. Oh, I think I want more glue than that. Remember, we're trying to get it right between the two. Between there and there. This one's gotten bumped too. I wonder if when I gathered them all up I must have messed them up. Because that one's gotten bumped. This one's still straight. That one's pretty straight. All right. And now for the next one. It's probably too much glue. Don't like it that much glue. Slide it around a little bit. And I'm making sure we've got even amount between here and here. Like that. And let's do the last one. Come on. Never-ending glue bottle. And then I left this one blank because I'll write on this one, which is also the other reason I put it down, so it's down flat this way. Now I'm going to give this just a second to dry, and I'll fold it up just to double check. Okay, all the pieces, I don't know if you can see that, all the pieces are in there. Give them a little gentle press. And there we go. So I hope you liked this today. I was trying to give you a short, sweet one. Absolutely love these stamps. I think they're so pretty. They're going to come in quite useful. And I love this punch. So here the punch is used lengthwise this way, and here I have used it sideways to go that way. And so when I get ready to mail this, I don't know if I'll just tie this. I might just tie it like this. Oops. There we go. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you are watching this on Facebook, I always appreciate a heart. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this one, to see more cards and some scrapbook pages I'm going to be doing, be sure and hit that the subscribe button. You guys have a great day. Thanks again.